go. You don't slap that fast to the money low. I'm a ground man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrich Rosas. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 52 right here.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Watch twitch.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike.
On second down, Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Got it? Set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny. Back. You draw Corker.
Here's Gallman.
Got you, boy.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Right. 54, right there. Hey, Charlie. Put up. 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 60 or. 54.
Accuracy's trash.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
You got nothing. Mike's 50. Squeeze.
There you go. Hurry, hit it.
After the sack on first down, Jones, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Rosas puts this one through. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Elliott, he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Prescott looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
From the 30 on second down, Jones, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Set, ready, 8, read. Check, hey, exit. Snap.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A handoff to Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 30 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 57 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff, Barkley running left. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On the set.
Mike 54. 3 bucks.
Hey, shoot. Shoot.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. A big run that time by Elliott, and even 50 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Prescott. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now out come the Giants. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 25 on second down. Jones is complete to Golden Tate. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, New York.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down, Giants.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Caught right side, Tate.
Let's go, baby.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set 70, Indy.
Coming this way, here we go.
Get it.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go. Set. 60 or 54.
Jones now operating from the gun. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
At the 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing Jones. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Tyrone Crawford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
51, matchbox light.
54, right there, 54.
Hey, Delta.
I'm coming for you, Mom. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check.
From the gun, Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Check. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2.
From the 36, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch 52. 52's the Mike. He can't hang. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Morrow is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? 8, read.
Come on.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
54. We ain't giving up nothing.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a gain of 34. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A toss out to Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Goldman. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Tyrone Crawford getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 4th-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
12 yards there and a 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Prescott on first down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 26 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Marr on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set. H.E. Gator. Back to pass. Hey, check right. Smooth. Yeah. Give me that ball.
Here's Jones throwing after the interception. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jones to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Come on, D.
Double tight, double tight.
You got three down.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Check 52 to Mike.
And watch that. And watch the ball.
On second down, it's Elliott. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. You got three.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Morris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Marr able to put this one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Got it.
55.
Go. Mike, 50.
Jones now on 1st and 10 to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To throw on 2nd down, Jones. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cowboys, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem the